This is a video response to The Skeptical Heretic. I'm laid up in bed right now. I have this weird sort of headache. I think it has to do with seasonal allergies and blowing my nose too much. But anyway, I'm laying in bed. I'm listening to YouTube videos. You can see that I've got my speakers right here. And the computer's right over there. And I'm responding to a video called Talking to Political Idiots. Okay, so what I specifically want to respond to is your example of the third party candidate with Chrissy, the world within, whatever her name is. So when you bring up your examples, like and how you say that in the 80s there was this big push for a third party, and then we got Ralph Nader, and that was not a good thing because Ralph Nader leached votes from Al Gore in the all important Florida, and that's how we got George Bush. I just don't see that as a bulletproof argument. And here's why. First, yeah, I'm going to admit that George Bush is bad, but not all people thought that W was bad. Still, to this day, there is a certain percentage of people out there who would say that he's good. And you have to really give why he's bad, because just saying that a third-party candidate entering the race makes it possible for the bad candidate to win neglects the fact that the good candidates can also win with a third-party candidate getting into the mix, leeching votes from the bad candidate. For example, now, since you used the example of Al Gore and George W. Bush, and you say the bad candidate won, I'm just going to assume that you're of the more liberal persuasion. Now, when I was in high school, the first election that I really paid attention to was between, let's see, it was Clinton, George Bush Sr., and Ross Perot, the third-party candidate, right? So, if you were to add all of Ross Perot and George Bush Sr.'s votes together, you'd have this huge majority that would have swept the country, and we never would have had Bill Clinton. You know? I would say that if George Bush Sr. won and we never got Bill Clinton, that would be a bad thing if you are coming from the liberal perspective. So, the third-party candidate has actually helped good triumph in the past. And I would say, if you're of the liberal persuasion and you're watching the election as it's unfolding right now, Mitt Romney being the presumptive GOP candidate, I think what you're going to see is, all of the people who are in the GOP who are backing Ron Paul, most of them are Ron Paul or not at all. They are not going to vote for Mitt Romney if he is finally named the Republican nominee in August. So they're either going to try their hardest to get Ron Paul in there somehow with a brokered convention, or they're going to want Ron Paul to run Libertarian so that they can vote for him that way. And if he doesn't, they're going to vote for whoever the Libertarian Party's candidate is. they're all going to leave the Republican Party. And the Republican Party will not be able to use Mitt Romney's money to get them back. They're voting on principle. They really do believe their shit. I've been hanging out with a lot of them. They really do believe in their cause. And, my opinion of the situation right now is that because of this giant division in the Republican Party, Obama might as well just, put his feet up on his desk. He's got it won already, and short of a brokered convention where Rand Paul becomes the vice presidential candidate on the ticket, I don't see Obama getting any competition. And if you're a liberal, you should see what's, the self-destruction of the Republican Party into two parties and that third party sucking votes from them as a good thing, So I'm just wondering why in your explanation you skipped over Ross Perot and you didn't bring up the current situation. And thanks for being my entertainment while I'm here in bed resting my headache.